Hey everyone, Paul here from freeyounow.com, and this is Driving with Paul, episode number 2. In this episode, I want to talk about, what I consider to be the real secret to making money online or making money as a blogger. I think really at the end of the day, what it boils down to, and I've been blogging for just under 9 years now. Like it'll be 9 years next week. I wrote my very first blog post on April 1st, 2006. So next week will be my 9-year blogging anniversary. And, when it comes to making money online, there's a lot of different things you can learn. But really, I think there's one key secret that, really changed everything for me. And I think it all just kind of boils down to this one thing. And that is the fact that there isn't any one specific one huge big piece of information or some revelation that you're going to learn that some guru out there is hiding, in like this little secret vault where they open it up and they give you this little piece of information. This one piece of information, allows you to make like $1 billion online or something like that. That's not how it works. Making money online and as a blogger, as an affiliate marketer, or even as a network marketer who uses the internet to generate leads or whatever, making money in that way, it really comes down to the fact that there's probably about like 1,000, right, or 2,000 small little tiny tweaks that you need to make, and that will lead you to making money online, to be able to produce income on a consistent basis online, okay? And none of these things are any big, huge thing. It's not like, they're not like massive things. They're just small little details. They're just small little nuggets of information that you kind of pick up over a period of time, and you apply them to your business, and it moves you closer and closer towards being able to make money online. And when you get a certain amount of these things all lined up properly in the same direction, you just start making money, right? That's why when you kind of look at somebody who's making money and somebody who's not making money, sometimes it's hard to see what is the difference here. They seem like they're doing, most of the stuff the same way. The difference is the people who are making money, they have a few small things that they've changed, a few things that they've tweaked. Excuse me. Or I should actually rephrase that. There's a bunch of small things that they've changed. None of them are anything huge, so there isn't like one big difference. It's more about having like 100 small little differences, if that makes sense, right? Like small little tweaks. Now, so what is the actual secret? Well, the secret is really what it boils down to is mentorship. Having the right mentors and the right teachers that you can learn from that will teach you how to make money online. So what you have to do is you have to basically follow somebody, or a group of people, or a number, have a few mentors or one main mentor, or whoever you want to work with. You have to have somebody who has achieved a certain level of success, either as a blogger, an affiliate marketer, or whatever it is. And then what you have to do is you have to plug in and learn from that person. And you have to take action, take one step forward with your blog or your business, your affiliate business, whatever you're doing. And as you're doing that, you're going to run into these little challenges. You're going to run into these little roadblocks, okay? And that's where the mentor comes in. When everything's going well and, you're just kind of following the process and you're having success along the way, mentors don't really do much, right? They can kind of just sit in the background and wait for you to kind of smack into a brick wall, right? Meaning that you run into some kind of challenge or situation where you're, you don't know what to do at that point. And that's usually when a mentor will can step in and to help you to accomplish something in your life that you haven't been able to accomplish, or in your business, to be able to accomplish something in your business that you've never been able to accomplish before. So what I kind of look at is, it's not any one specific thing. It might be, let's say, between you and whatever financial goal that you have for your blog or for your business. Let's say that there's like 100 little small steps that you have to take. And let's say that you're stuck on step number 7, right? You got to step number 7. The mistake that most people make is when they get stuck, instead of reaching out to their mentor for help, what they end up doing is they kind of get stuck, and they have this theory in their mind, or this perspective, where they think that whatever challenge that they've ran into is something that's very unique to them. They think that, hey, you know what, I'm struggling with this particular issue, I don't know what to do, and they feel embarrassed to ask their mentor for help, right? Like, for example, people have come to me before when they start blogging, or they're just getting started blogging, and things are not working out for them, and when I reach out to them and ask them, so what's going on? How come you haven't written any blog posts lately? And they'll say something like, well, I didn't really want to say anything, Paul, but I just don't know what to blog about, right? So the challenge that they're having is selecting a blog topic, right? So blog topic selection. And they think like they're the only person in the world who's ever struggled with that, right? And the truth is that everyone struggled with that. Everyone every successful blogger out there, every successful internet marketer, well, I guess I shouldn't say every successful internet marketer, because some of them don't blog, but every successful blogger has run into this challenge of not knowing what to blog about. It's a very common thing that everyone runs into. And then you learn strategies and techniques for overcoming that. And then once you overcome those strategies and techniques, then you know what to blog about. And then you don't have to, then you overcome that, right? That's the thing that you've overcome. Now, the next week, or 3 weeks later, you might run into another challenge, right? You might run into something else, and you're gonna think, oh well, no one's even run into this. Let's say that you decide, okay, I know what I want to blog about, and I've written a couple of blog posts, and then let's just say you get your very first hater, right? Like you get your very first nasty comment on your blog, and somebody just comes in and rips the strip out of you, right? And it might not even be a real comment, but maybe it is. But somebody just comes in and says, oh my God, this is rubbish. This is the worst blog post I've ever written, read in my life, or whatever. And you're like, oh my God, somebody said something negative, and you freak out, and you feel bad, and you feel embarrassed, and you feel like, oh my God, my stuff sucks, and you want to delete your blog post, and you want to go hide in the closet type of thing, right? You're just like, oh my God, this is horrible, right? What do I do? And then you feel embarrassed. Instead of like reaching out to your mentor and explaining the situation and saying, hey, listen, I ran into this challenge. I wrote my blog post, and then this idiot came by. Hi, Eddie. How you doing, buddy? What's up? Instead of reaching up to your sponsor or to your mentor and asking for help, you kind of sit there and think, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in this situation. I feel like crap. Maybe I should just stop blogging for 3 months, right? And that's where people get stuck. Because as you run into these obstacles, if every time you run into an obstacle, you kind of put up a wall and go, oh, well, I don't know if there's a solution for this. And you sit there and you wait for your mentor to come looking for you. Because, after a while, you might notice, like, hey, I haven't heard from this person for a while. They just kind of stopped blogging and just kind of disappeared. So your mentor might reach out to you, right? They might not, depends how busy they are. But they might reach out to you 3 months later and go, hey, what happened? You used to be blogging, and all of a sudden you're not blogging anymore. And you're like, well, I had this negative comment, and it really kind of tripped me up. And then your mentor helps you get over that obstacle, right? But then eventually you run into something else, right? You'll run into another obstacle. And the thing is if every single time you run into a challenge with your blog, if you just kind of like put the brakes on and you stop everything and you sit there, all depressed and wallowing, and you feel like a victim, and you're like, well, and you're sitting there waiting for your mentor to come find you to kind of like rescue you, to figure out what is it that you're trying, to help you achieve your goals, then it's going to take you forever to build your blog. It's going to take you forever to produce results, because you're constantly waiting for somebody else to come and rescue you, right? What you want to do instead, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to reach out to your mentor. If you get stuck, reach out to your mentor, right? Look at the training, right? Ask for help. Go through the training that you have access to. If you don't find answers in the training that you have access to, ask your mentor. Say, hey, listen, here's where I got stuck. I started writing my blog posts. I wrote 7 blog posts in a row, and then I ran out of content. I don't know what to write about. What do you suggest, right? And your mentor will help you. They'll either plug you into some training, or they'll give you some recommendations and they'll help you out. And then let's say that you overcome that issue. Now you've overcome like 1 out of 100 things. Now you're on step number 2, and you run into a wall with, let's say, negative comments. And you ask your mentor, hey, listen, here's what I ran into, right? what do I do? How do I overcome this? I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm afraid to blog now because I got this one hater who wrote a negative comment, and it really tripped me up. I'm actually quite surprised that it had this negative effect on me. What do I do? Your mentor will be able to help you out with that, right? If you have the right mentor. And then let's say that you overcome that. Now you're working on something else. You write a couple blog posts, and now you realize, okay, I want to start shooting videos, but you have this fear of doing video. Don't feel embarrassed about that. Chances are pretty much every single brick wall, if I like to call them, like any obstacle that you run into, chances are your mentor has already run into them and has overcome those obstacles. Don't be embarrassed about them. Reach out to your mentor, ask for help, and they will help you reach that goal, right? They'll help you to move to the next step. And if you get stuck and your mentor can't help you, then it might be time to find another mentor who can help you get to the next level, right? So that's what I would recommend. And I think that's really what it comes down to, is studying all the successful people on the internet, in whether they're bloggers, affiliate marketers, or whoever it is. The one common thing, the secret that I see, is really this ability to run into obstacles. And when they run into obstacles, instead of just putting the brakes on and saying, well, run into an obstacle, I guess I better just quit and do nothing, right? Instead of doing that, what they do is they ask for help, right? And asking for help can come in different forms, whether it's plugging into training, going online, looking through forums or whatever it is, or let's say, if you're in Empower Network and you're blogging, plugging into some of the training that we have, listening to some of the inner circle audios that we have access to, reaching out to your sponsor, reaching out to your mentor, asking for help on the Facebook groups. There's so many different ways that you can get support and you can get help. Plugging into some of the weekly webinars, asking your questions on there. If it's more of a technical issue, maybe sending in a support ticket to support. There's so many different ways you can get help. There's so many ways that you can actually get your, whatever challenge you're struggling with, handled. But if people don't know what you're struggling with, if people don't know where you're stuck, don't expect them to be mind readers and try to figure it out for you, right? Reach out and ask for help. That's really what at the end of the day, that's really what the secret is going out there, producing whatever results you can produce. And if you get stuck, don't just quit, ask for help, right? Ask people, ask your mentor, ask people in your group, ask people on your team, whoever you have on your support team, ask them for help and get them to help you out. That's basically what it comes down to. I know it sounds really simplistic, and I'm going to end the video here, but I know this sounds really simple, really simplistic, but honestly, that's really what it comes down to. And I look at people who are making money online, and I look at people who are not making money online. The people who stop, the reason they didn't make money is because they stopped at some point, they hit a roadblock, and they felt embarrassed about it because they thought they're the only person in the world. I'm the only person in the world who can't figure out what to blog about. Yeah, okay. I'm the only person in the world who has a fear of making videos. Yeah, okay. I'm the only person in the world who has no time to blog because of family commitments. Yeah, okay. Like, whatever your challenge is that you're running into for not being able to blog, or for struggling with blogging or making money online, whatever it is, whatever challenge you have, I guarantee you there's people out there, and chances are your mentor has already run into that problem, figured out a way around it. They know the solution. They probably know 7 or 8 different solutions for that issue. But if you don't ask for help on it, you're going to get stuck at that point. You're going to give up, and it's just going to be, you're just going to be like, well, I'll figure it out tomorrow. No, you won't. Well, I'll figure it out the next day. No, you won't. You run into an issue, ask for help immediately. Right there, that day, that moment, that hour, that minute. You run into a problem, I don't know what to do. Pick up the phone, call your mentor, or write them an email, plug into some of the training, get on a hangout, find a way, write it down and say, look, this is what I'm struggling with right now. I need to find a solution to this ASAP, right? Don't allow these simple obstacles that could be overcome with a few simple strategies to become the thing that stops you from achieving your goals. All right? That's it. To me, that's one of the biggest secrets of making money online, is learning to ask for help and to plug in the right information, the right mentors when you get stuck. Because I guarantee you're going to get stuck. I've been stuck. Everybody's been stuck. Anyone who builds a business with this thing, they get stuck at some point. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.